Right to Play is an organization that believes in the power of sport to change outcomes for children in some of the most disadvantaged places of the world. We use sport as a tool to teach children life lessons that will benefit them in their day-to-day lives.
We began planning the Global Youth Summit in October of 2011 when we met with the Regional Director of Western Francophone Africa, Dr. Dennis Bright, and proposed this idea to him and brought up the concept of hosting it in Rwanda.
We've invited summit delegates from 6 countries, 5 in Africa, and we have a Canadian delegation as well. The idea is to bring youth together from all over the world, like-minded youth who believe in sport for development, who believe in making the world a better place.
Right to Play has a partnership with the Canadian International Development Agency, and that partnership focuses on the 5 Western Francophone African countries that Right to Play works with. So that would be Mali, Liberia, Ghana, Rwanda, and Benin. And we had heard so many incredible things about the impact of the Right to Play programs in Rwanda, how successful they'd been, how steady they'd been, how much youth empowerment was happening, and we couldn't think of a better place to increase that partnership, strengthen it, and choose a location that really needed to be showcased for its successes.
All of the delegates on the trip were chosen based on their experience with Right to Play in their own communities and schools. Many of them have been volunteering and working with the organization for years now. This wasn't just a trip overseas. This was a meeting of minds for people passionate about sport development and passionate about Right to Play's programming.
My name is James Kanankoli. I am a delegate from Liberia.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Fatima, je suis la déléguée du Mali.
Hi, my name is Sandvir Singh and I'm a delegate from Canada.
My name is Florence and I am a delegate from Ghana.
Nitwa Inosa, ndo Munyarwanda.
Je m'appelle Orphelia Fanou, je suis déléguée du Bénin.
Our main goal was to create an environment where youth from around the world can come and connect under one theme, which is leadership through sport for development.
It's really important for those of us who work at Right to Play and people who work with us, such as these delegates, to see the programs in action, because going from theory to practice is a big change, and when you see something firsthand, it really makes the impact.
May be wanting to know why I'm working with the Right to Play. Yeah, I work with the Right to Play because I do believe in its mission and vision, but much more, interesting its methodology of using sport and the games for a certain purpose or to achieve a certain goal.
So here we had a group of youth who traveled from Canada, Liberia, Ghana, Benin, Mali, and different parts of Rwanda to finally settle in Rwanda's capital city, Kigali, for the 2012 Global Youth Summit. First up on the agenda was the opening ceremonies, where we were welcomed by the Rwandans with open arms and beautiful song and dance. The summit generated press coverage, and Rwanda's Minister of Youth came by to congratulate Right to Play on their work.
Right to Play is just next to my heart. We support Right to Play. We are very much grateful for the contribution that Right to Play is making to the education of our young generation.
From there, it was straight into icebreaker activities, and it didn't take long at all for the delegates from different countries to intermix and get acquainted. The summit included several workshops led by Right to Play staff. Some focused on mobilizing and activating youth to get involved, advocacy and awareness, and action planning for future goals.
Sport
and play can really draw children in to help them learn about issues such as inclusion, such as health and health education issues. It can be used as a hook to attract kids. Because I guarantee if you put out a ball or a balloon or something and children start to play, you have them and you have their attention.
In addition to the workshops and in-house learning, the summit provided on-site visits to some of the schools benefiting from Right to Play. One of those schools is Muhima Primary School, located in Kigali. When we arrived, we played a few games with the kids that are all adopted from Right to Play's Learning While Playing strategy. But my favorite part of the visit was when all the kids brought out their school laptops to take photos with us to capture the day.
I think my favorite part about the conference so far was we visited a vocational school, and part of the reason why it was my favorite experience was because back home we talk about all the games that Right to Play does in the country context and how they use the Reflect, Connect, Apply approach to talk about difficult issues. And it was really neat because we played a game with the children and it involved talking about HIV and AIDS, and being able to experience an actual Right to Play game was an amazing experience, and just learning how the game was able to bring about discussion on such a difficult topic. The children were so open to discussion, they were asking questions, and I mean, HIV and AIDS is something that normally isn't as easy to have a conversation like that, so it was awesome.
First of all, to have all these people around for the summit, I think is great, and I've learned so much from the facilitators, but I've learned more from the people who came from around the world, kind of sharing experience, what's going on in other people's country, comparing that to yours. You share your experience with them, and I've learned so much and kind of want to start new projects and plan new ways of developing my community.
Having youth come together from different nations was beneficial because it allowed the delegates to share their experiences and success stories with other Right to Play devotees from around the world. Not only were the delegates seeing what their involvement with Right to Play has been achieving, but they were also making plans on what else they can do to further progress sport development once they returned back home.
One of the guest speakers that we had this week, and that was from representatives of the UNICEF Children's Summit, which is an annual event that brings together children representatives who are representing their communities to bring forth issues impacting their communities, and as representatives to create action plans and recommendations to government on how these issues can be solved. So we had about 10 representatives from this previous UNICEF Children's Summit come and talk about their experiences, and then we split off into small groups and had the opportunity to chat one-on-one, so it was a really intimate and interactive experience.
On our next site visit, we traveled to Kikukuro for some community service. Students from Kigali Institute of Education met with the summit delegates and Right to Play Scout leaders. The purpose of the day was to help dig a flat surface at a school so a playground could be built for the kids.
We are in Kicukiro district, and in each district we have schools we are partnering with. So therefore, this school, Kanombe School, is one of the potential school we have started building relationship so that in the near future we have a partnership.
How was it?
It was great being on the camper and doing a lot of work together. I think we made a change. We were able to join students, KI, delegates, and work together fun.
Based on what happened in Rwanda, I felt like I just wanted to use sport to bring children, both children and youth together, and have space to discuss and about our issues, especially social issues, as one society after 1994 genocide was really very divided, and it was a very interesting opportunity for me to, to be able to also contribute to the social development of my country in that way. I have like so many things that I want Canadian delegates to take, back home with. I think to learn how they really got opportunity to learn how right to play works in the field, and as they've been asking so many questions about the implementation and success stories.
One experience that I really enjoyed, it was probably the play day that we had in southern Rwanda. I don't know how many kids were out at that play day, but there were hundreds and hundreds of smiles, screams, laughter. It was amazing to see the Right to Play programs at work in a real community, and it was really nice to get to know the kids.
For this week, everything has been so amazing, but I would say my favorite part was when I had the opportunity to see the kids in the rural community here. I was so glad that I was part of the team that gave them some kind of hope, because seeing us alone gave them hope and they knew they could make it, and I was so happy. I don't want to forget every second of what I felt here, and some of them were very emotional, others was fun, part was so educational, and I wish there would be more of such things to help people around the world come together as one people to support the development of a safer, more better world for all of us, especially kids and the youth.
It's been amazing to get to know these people that are working with Right to Play in their communities. I've learned a lot from the time that I've spent with all of them. In particular, I've learned how to dance a lot better.
Dance for my country, my community. Okay, now we begin with the song. Jump on, jump on, jump on, jump on, jump on, jump on.
Our trip to Rwanda was coming to an end, so we wrapped up the Global Youth Summit with a closing banquet to say our final goodbyes.
Personally, would like to tell you how the Rwanda team was happy to have all of you around.
You all know why you're here. It's because you're phenomenal representatives of Right to Play. You never want to hear anyone in this room ever say, Right to Play, they do this. It's because it's Right to Play, we do this. You guys are all part of the Right to Play family. I hope that the spark that you guys have already demonstrated throughout your association with Right to Play has been, well, it's given the opportunity to burn even brighter.
After working for years, fundraising, telling people all the great work that this organization is doing, and then seeing it in action is just an unbelievable thing.
We went from strangers to besties, taking selfies together, singing together, dancing together, laughing, crying together, and it's just been amazing. So I just want to say thanks to Right to Play, thanks to Jules, Laura, Sarah, Wejo, thank you, and Rwanda.
I think one of the best things about coming here is that I've just made 60 new best friends, and I've just met 60 of the next future leaders of the world.
Need to be, need to share, need to care, need to love, need to there.